Hi, my name is Melissa Birnie, and in this class, we will approach a breath to movement class. This is a vinyasa style class that starts off with a foundational flow where we build each time. So we take the familiar and add on the new. Feel free to bring a block along with you for the ride, and I'll see you on the mat. Welcome back. Today, we're going to get started down on our mat. So make your way onto your back. Take up space when you arrive, and just let your feet come wider than your hips. Take a few moments to settle in. Just take a few moments to land and arrive. Land into your space. Arrive into your breath. On your next inhale, breathe in. Fill up. Let it be the biggest inhale of your day, all the way to the top. And an exhale, breathe out. Start to settle, surrender. It's really preparing the mind and the body for your practice. Letting go of those last lingering thoughts. Last conversations and schedules begin to fade to the background. Start to bring your awareness inward, just focusing on your breath, a natural rhythm of breath, the rise and fall of the belly, the sound, breath flowing in and out. See if you can lengthen each breath, each inhale, each exhale. Start to switch on that yogi breath, inhaling in through the nose, pausing at the top, exhale out through the nose. Begin to build heat, release tension. Take a few cycles with your breath, your pace. Begin to invite movement back into the body. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Take that to rolling out the wrists and the ankles in both directions. And then on your next inhale, sweep the hands overhead, bring the big toes together, take a good morning stretch, grow tall, little arch in the lumbar spine. And on your exhale, hug the right knee in towards the chest. If it feels better in the low back, you could take a bend to the left leg and land the left sole of the foot on the earth. Otherwise, keep the left leg long. Big squeeze of the right knee in towards the midline. Maybe you roll out the ankle in both directions. And then on your next inhale, right toes high to the sky. You could grab behind the thigh. Maybe you grab behind the shin, point, and flex the foot. Get out any last cracks or creaks. And then hold your flex foot. Send the heel up towards the sky, the toes towards the shin. Start to press low back into earth. Notice that sensation in the posterior chain, the backside of the leg. Maybe you start to walk your hands a little further up your legs and your toes a little further towards the edge of the mat. 2 full cycles of breath. Noticing that sensation, a little bit of discomfort, but no pain or strain. One more breath. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale takes you to figure four. Take a bend to the left leg, cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Maybe you press the right knee away, stay grounded down to the earth. Or maybe you take floating figure four. Thread the needle, grab behind the left thigh, on top of the left shin. Flex through the right foot. Take a few cycles of breath. Enjoy this gentle stretch. Maybe using each exhale as an opportunity to hug the left knee in just a little bit closer, deepening that sensation through the right glute. As you move through your practice today, always be mindful of how you feel energetically, how you feel physically, and honor that. Take breaks whenever you want to take breaks. You could always pop into a child's pose. One more full cycle of breath. Big inhale. And then on your exhale, release the left sole of the foot down towards the earth. Hands float overhead into a cactus or a T. And then with control, come into your figure four twist. Start to lower the right leg towards the left long edge of the mat. Take a few cycles of breath in your figure four twist. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice, I invite you to do so. We set these intentions to help shape our decisions throughout the day, to help us come into alignment with our goals. Could be anything. Mindfulness, becoming aware, whatever it may be, I invite you to do so. One more full breath. Big inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, start to unwind, unravel, extend both legs long, and then hug the left knee in towards the chest. Again, if it feels better in low back, you could take a bend to right leg and land the right sole of the foot on the earth. Otherwise, right leg long, left knee in. Big squeeze in towards the midline. Maybe you roll out the ankle in both directions. From here, toes to sky, grab behind the left thigh, behind the left shin, point and flex the feet. Take a few cycles, getting out any cracks or creaks. Maybe even walking your hands a little further up the leg, holding your flex foot. Toes towards the shin, heel towards the sky. Noticing that sensation. Again, no pain, no strain, but a little bit of discomfort. Breathe into that discomfort. One more full cycle. Big inhale. Exhale takes you to figure four. Take a bend to right leg, left ankle, right thigh. Again, option to stay rooted to the earth. Or maybe you thread the needle, grab behind the right thigh on top of the left shin. Taking a few cycles of breath. Two more. Breathing with intention, that quality style breath, filling up the chest, filling up the belly. One more. Big inhale. And then on your exhale, release the right sole of the foot down towards the earth. Hands float overhead, figure four twist with control. Sole of foot meets the earth. Maybe your gaze is straight, or maybe you gaze in the opposite direction of your knees. Two full cycles. One more. Full inhale, breathe in. And exhale. Next inhale, start to unravel, unwind, hug both knees in towards the midline. Big squeeze in, give yourself a hug. So much love. Maybe you wrap your arms around your shins any amount. You could stay in stillness or find gentle movement. Sway from right to left to right. Gentle massage of the low back. Stay for an inhale. Stay for an exhale. Coming back through center, squeezing the knees in a little bit closer. Option to start to curl up head, neck, and shoulders. Make yourself into a little ball. Nose to knees, knees to nose. Maybe you even scoop up the heels. Stretch out the back of the neck. Slight tug of the chin and hold. 3, 2, 1. Release the crown. Both toes towards the sky. Grab behind the thighs. Point and flex. Take a few cycles. Maybe you land and stay here. Or maybe you come into happy baby. Start to bend the knees, sending the knees down by the rib cages. Maybe hands stay behind thighs. Maybe they reach for the ankles or all the way down to the soles of the feet. You could take an inside or an outside grip. Guiding those knees down by the side body. Again, maybe you stay in stillness. Or if you want to find some movement and sway from right to left to right. Gentle massage. Any intuitive moves. You could stretch out one leg, both legs. And then being mindful when we start to target the connective tissue within our hips, there's a correlation between tensing up the jaw. So relax the jaw hinges, wiggle out the jaw, take a few cycles of breath, find that ease through the face. All the creases of the forehead soften, the space between the brows. 2 full cycles. Guiding the knees down a little bit more, finding your edge, that level of discomfort, that level of sensation. One more breath, big inhale. And exhale. Start to bring your shins parallel towards the sky and stack your knees right over your hips. Try not to draw the knees too close into the chest. When we do, we disengage our low core. So press the legs back, stack the joints, curl up head, neck, and shoulders. Fingertips could come behind your head for a little bit of support, or maybe you take your thumbs to the temples. Start to activate the core. Press the low back into the earth. From here, right heel taps down, flex the foot. Come back through center, left side, left heel taps down, flex, come back through center. Maybe you take a double heel lower, press down, and rise. Again, another cycle. Right heel taps down, flex the foot. Try not to change the angle behind the knee. We want that 90-degree angle. Left foot down. Option for a double. Double heel tap. Really press that low back down. Drive the navel in towards the spine. One more cycle. Right heel taps down. Come back through center. Left heel taps down. Come back through center. Double heel and breathe. From here, hold. Hands come in line with your hips. Lift up head, neck, and shoulders and hold. Start to build heat in that core and breathe. 3, 2. Last one, release the crown, soles of feet. Land on the earth. As you power up into your bridge pose, root down through the heels, rise the hips. Wiggle one shoulder under and then the other. Maybe you even interlace your fingers, take a bind, and breathe. Lift up 1 inch higher. Inhale. On your exhale, drop down 2 inches. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, rise, root down through the heels, push through the big toe, 1 inch. Exhale, lower down 2. We're in an inversion. Our head is closer to the ground than our heart, so we get all the benefits. One more time. Inhale, rise. And exhale, lower. This time, inhale, rise to the top of your range. Roll into the toe mounts. Pick up the heels. Activate through the inner thighs and the glutes and hold. Breathe. 3. Hold 2. Hold 1. Release the bind. Lower down 1 vertebra at a time. When you land, heel toe the feet together. Close the gap. Zip up the thighs. Narrow bridge. And then root down through the heels. Start to lift up the hips towards the sky. Squeeze through the glutes and the hamstring. And keep activating through inner thighs, closing that gap. Maybe you take a bind. Maybe not. On your inhale, rise up onto the toe mounds. Lift up on the heels. Squeeze and hold. 3, 2, 1. Release the heels. Keep the hips lifted. 2 more times. Inhale, shift weight to toe mounds. Lift up the heels. Press inner thighs together. 3, 2, 1. Drop the heels. 1 more time. Inhale, shift the weight. Rise. Pick the hips up 1 inch higher. Squeeze the thighs. 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down 1 vertebra at a time. From here, grab behind the thighs. Rock and roll the length of your spine a few times. We're going to make our way up into our tabletop pose at the front of the mat. So coming into tabletop, stacking the joints. You want your shoulders landing right over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Toes can be tucked or untucked. And then just take a few cycles of cat-cow. Use that inhale to drop the belly, lift the gaze. And use your exhale to round it through chin to chest. Push the earth away, puff up the back body. Take a few cycles, moving with your rhythm, your pace. Lifting and tucking the tail, creating space beneath you. 1 more. And around, chin to chest. Inhale takes you back to a neutral spine. Make your way onto your forearms, coming into kitten cow. Use that inhale to drop the belly, lift the gaze, and your exhale to round chin to chest. Puff up the back body. 2 more cycles. Inhale. And exhale to round. Beautiful. 1 more, just like that. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the gaze. And exhale to round, chin to chest. Puff up. Inhale takes you back to a neutral spine. Maybe you interlace the fingers, forearm plank. Extend the legs. Come high on the toes. Draw the navel in. And breathe. Root down through the forearms. Strong core. Keep a long spine. Gaze to your hands or top of the mat. Hold. 5. We're going to send it back to dolphin pose in 4. Last 3, 2, 1. Walk the toes up, send the sit bones high to the sky. Come into your dolphin pose. Again, you could uncross the hands or take the bind. On your inhale, come high on the toe mounds, lift up both heels. And then exhale, root down through the heels. 1 more time. Inhale, come high on the toes, lift up the heels. Exhale, press the heels towards the earth. Inhale, walk the toes back. Come back into your plank pose on your forearms. Inhale. Exhale, drop the knees, sphinx pose. Ground down through the hands, put the fingers nice and wide. A little compression of the low back. Try to disengage the glutes. Take a few cycles of breath in sphinx pose. Shoulders stacking right over those elbows. Maybe your gaze is down, or maybe you just see your gaze is slightly up. 1 more. Full cycle. Inhale, breathe. And exhale. Start to lower down. Root your hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, press up tabletop or high plank, sit bones to sky, downward facing dog. Take a few cycles of breath in your downward facing dog. Maybe you bend the knees a lot or pedal out one foot and then the other. Bend your knees a lot. 2 cycles. You could stay in stillness. Find a little bit of movement. One more full inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, come high on the toes, bend the knees, gaze between the hands, tiptoe your way to the top of the mat, forward fold. Release the crown, slight tuck of the chin. Maybe you grab opposite elbows. Maybe you add a sway or a pulse. Just releasing tension in the lumbar spine, decompressing. Let the crown fall towards the earth. One more breath. And then release the grip. Slight tuck of the chin, bend the knees, and ragdoll up, one vertebra at a time. Heavy crown, heavy fingers. When you arrive, roll your shoulders all the way up towards your ears and down your back body. Palms face forward, Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a grounding breath. Root down through all 4 corners of the feet. Inhale, breathe in, and exhale. On your inhale, send the fingertips up, gaze up, reach up. Exhale, hinging at the hips, leading with the heart, take a forward fold. Gaze to the back. Inhale into a flat back. Fingers could stay to the ground or maybe to your shins. Lengthen long spine. Exhale, fold, surrender. 2 more times. Flat back, halfway lift. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. One more, just like that. Inhale, rise, long spine, strong core. And exhale, surrender. Plant the palms, step back, high plank. Hold. Hold high plank, option modified, drop the knees to the earth. Otherwise, high on those toes, navel's in, protract through the shoulders, push the earth away. Hold 5. Hold 4. Last 3, 2, 1. Shift forward, option drop the knees, chaturanga, or stay high on the toes. Inhale takes you to baby cobra or upward, untuck toes. Exhale takes you home, downward dog. Release yells. All right, yogis. Inhale high on the toes, bend the knees, gaze forward, travel top of the mat, step, hop, float, fly. Inhale into a flat back, long spine. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, root to rise, all the way up, reach up, gaze up, grow tall. Fingertips connect. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale. Fingertips rise up. Exhale, hinging at the hips, leading with the heart, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step. Maybe you hop back, high plank. Option, drop the knees, chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra, or upward, untuck toes. Exhale takes you back, downward dog. 2 cycles of breath. Inhale, right toes high to the sky. On your exhale, right knee to nose, round it in. Cat spine, push the earth away. Inhale, send it long, 3-legged dog. 2 more, just like that. Right knee in, round. Puff up the back body. Inhale, stretch, send it long. Beautiful. Last one, knee to nose, round. And inhale to stretch. This time, sweep the right leg through, frame the foot runner's lunge. Land the right foot. Take a moment to prepare, and then drop the back left knee. Inhale, low lunge. Fingers towards the sky. Really dive into this posture. Stretch through that left hip flexor. If it's a lot of pressure through the hip flexor, you could shift the weight back and stack the joints. Otherwise, hinge forward. Fingers up towards the sky. Maybe you send the gaze up as well. Take a few cycles of breath. Maybe turn the pinky fingers in. Create a little bit more space across the chest. One more full cycle. Big inhale. And exhale. From here, drop the right hand in line with the right hip. Reach through the left fingertips up and over, side bend. Maybe your gaze is down. Maybe your gaze is to the left. Take a full cycle of breath. On your next inhale, shift both fingers towards the sky. Exhale, we're gonna come into that grounded airplane pose. So tuck the back toe, sweep the hands 45 degrees, we launch up. Hands come higher than the hips, activate through the triceps, and then square the hips, strong core. Breathe here, front knee tracing right over that ankle. Energy out through the crown, like we have somewhere to be. We're launching off like Iron Man. Get nice and low in that lower body, but find the length through the crown. Open up across the chest. Full cycle of breath. Intentional quality breath, filling up the chest. Next inhale takes you to your high lunge. Stack the joints, fingertips up towards the sky. Shoulders stack right over those hips. That front knee is right over the ankle. Core is engaged. High lunge. And then be mindful of the breath that we're taking. So often throughout our day, we shallow breathe, tighten our breath. So take this time to really dive into the quality breath, intentional breath. Full inhales in through the nose. Full exhales out. 2 more cycles of breath. Last one. Breathe in. And then on your exhale, come back into that airplane, grounded airplane. Back knee 3 times. We tap the earth. Power up. 2 more. Strong core. We tap the earth. Soft landing. Power up. Beautiful. Last one. And lift. Inhale back into your high lunge. Stretch. Grow tall. Maybe send the gaze up. Exhale. Fold. Frame the foot. Right toes back. 3-legged dog. Option to flow. Chaturanga. Maybe you go straight into your down dog or child's pose. Inhale to baby cobra or upward. Exhale, downward dog. Take a few cycles of breath. Reconnect, realign. Ground down through the hands. Breathe. Take an open mouth exhale. Release some heat. Full inhale in and exhale. One more, just like that. Open mouth exhale. Inhale, breathe in. And breathe out. Left toes high to the sky. Knee to nose, rounded in, cat spine. High on the back toe. Inhale, stretch, send it back. 3-legged dog. 2 more. Knee to nose, rounded in. Inhale. 3-legged dog. 1 more. Knee to nose. Crunch. Inhale, send it back into 3-legged dog. On your exhale, runner's lunge. Sweep that left leg through. Land the left foot. Drop the knee. Low lunge. Inhale, fingers towards the sky. Few cycles of breath to settle into this posture. Back toe is tucked. Again, if you're finding it's a lot of stretch through the hip flexor, press back. Stack the joints. Maybe you could lower your hands or even take hands to the thigh. Otherwise, fingers up towards the cosmos and breathe. Open up across the chest. 1 more full cycle. Inhale. And exhale. Left hand drops in line with left hip. Reach through the right hand, side bend. Stretch. Maybe gaze is down towards the left shoulder, or maybe it's up towards the elbow. 1 more. Full breath. Next, inhale, both fingers up towards the sky. Grounded airplane. We sweep the hands back, tuck the toe, power up the back knee, 45 degrees. We launch. Squeeze between the shoulder blades. Square the hips. Active arms. The more muscles we could activate, the more stability we have. Lean forward high on that back toe. 1 more breath. All right, yogis. Inhale takes you to your high lunge. Fingers up towards the sky. Stack the joints. Shoulders over those hips. Be mindful of how much you're arching in the low back. So really embrace the core. And breathe. 2 full cycles. Front knee tracing right over that ankle. 1 more. Big inhale. And then exhale, sweep back into that 45-degree airplane. Back knee 3 times. We tap the earth. Power up. 2 more, strong core, tap and lift. Beautiful, last one. Right knee taps down, inhale, rise. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, frame the foot, send it back into a 3-legged down dog. Option to take a flow, chaturanga, or maybe you go right into down dog or child's pose. Baby cobra or upward. Exhale takes you to downward. Take a few cycles of breath. You could stay here in down dog, or maybe you come into a child's pose. Wherever you want to land to reconnect. Ground down, realign. Two full cycles. On your next inhale, wherever you are, begin to rise. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Tuck the toe. And then from here, bring the big toes together. Start to walk your hands to meet your feet. Forward fold. Inhale into a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Full breath. Next inhale, chair pose. Start to shift the weight into the heels. Rise up. Maybe your hands land parallel. Or maybe biceps next to ears. Draw the navel in, scoop. And then be mindful of the arch in your low back. We have a tendency to really kick out the tailbone, but we want to make sure we have a little bit of a posterior tuck. So draw the navel in and scoop. Few cycles of breath. Nice and low. On your next inhale, rise 1 inch. Exhale, drop down 2. 2 more times. Inhale, rise 1 inch. Exhale, drop down 2. Last one. Inhale, 1 inch. Exhale, drop down 2. Inhale, rise up, reach up, grow tall. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, fingertips come up. Exhale, swan dive, leading with the heart. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold, walk it out, high plank, and hold. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, send it back to downward dog. All right, we are going to build on this flow that we've created. Right toes high to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, 1 time rounded in, push the earth away. Inhale, send it up and back. Exhale, sweep it through runner's lunge. Plant the foot. Drop the back knee, low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, right hand, right hip, side bend. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, airplane, grounded. Power up. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, airplane, back knee, 1 time, we tap down. Inhale, lift. Rise up, high lunge. Exhale, frame the foot. Pivot the back foot to the short edge of the mat. And then windmill, warrior 2. Set it up. Take a few moments to adjust. You want your shoulders stacking over your hips. Your front knee right over that ankle. On your inhale, rise up, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, press warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Maybe you take a half pine with that left hand. Exhale, warrior 2. 1 more time. Inhale, rise up, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior 2. Then hold. 2 cycles of breath. Really think about getting low in that lower body, but finding the length through the upper body. 1 more full breath. Exhale, windmill, frame the foot, twisted runner's lunge. Left hand down, right hand up. And breathe. Take a few cycles of breath. Option to drop the back knee. Otherwise, back knee is lifted. Try not to pigeon toe in on the back toes. You want all 10 toes facing forward. 1 more full breath. Big inhale. And exhale, frame the foot. Right toes high to the sky, 3-legged down dog. Option for a flow if you like chaturanga. Baby cobra upward. Exhale downward. Take a few cycles of breath. Reconnect. We'll move through to the left side. Inhale, left toes high to the sky. One time, knee to nose. Round it in. Inhale, send it up and back. Exhale, sweep it through runner's lunge. Prepare for that low lunge. Drop the back knee. Inhale, fingers towards the sky. Exhale, side bend, left hand. Inhale, fingers come up. Exhale, airplane. Back toe is tucked. We ground down. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, airplane. Back knee one time. We tap down and lift. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, frame the foot. Take an inhale to prepare warrior two. Pivot the back foot to the short edge of the mat. Windmill the hands. Sink into warrior two. Set it up. Shoulders over your hips. Square to the long edge of the mat as you gaze over your middle finger. And breathe. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Temporary. No pain, no strain, but a little bit of discomfort's okay. Core is activated. Low in the lower body. Lengthened through the upper body. As we inhale, we rise up, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, press warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Maybe hand on the thigh, maybe a half bind. Reach, maybe cradle the head. Exhale, warrior two. One more time. Inhale, rise up, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful. Any variation. Exhale, warrior two. Full cycle of breath. Virabhadrasana 2. From here, windmill the hands, take a twist, pivot the back toe, twisted runner's lunge. Option, right knee grounds down. Otherwise, we're elevated. Maybe your gaze is up towards your hand. Maybe it's down towards the earth. Full cycle. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale to frame the foot. Send it back into a three-legged dog. Option to flow or take a child's pose or go straight into your down dog. Take the vinyasa out of it. Exhale, downward dog. 2 cycles of breath. Rest. Any resting pose of choice. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Come high in the toes. Bend the knees, gaze forward. Travel top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, root to rise all the way up. Reach up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a grounding breath. Full inhale. And exhale. Ground down through all 4 corners of the feet. And then start to shift the weight into the right side to come into tree pose. A lot of options. Maybe you kickstand the left foot, ground down through the toes. Maybe you bring the sole of the foot to the calf, the outside of the calf. Or maybe all the way up into the inner thigh. You just want to avoid any placement in or on the knee joint itself. Hands could stay at the heart. Maybe you float your branches up. Option. You could stay here. Or make that yogi gut. Release the pointer finger, interlace the fingers. Take a crescent moon shape. Hinge towards the floating knee. Lengthen out through the right side body. And then find that drishti, that focal point. Something that's not moving. And just because you chose an option, whether it be in yoga or in life, you could always change your mind. You're not stuck with the option you chose for the whole pose. You could always come back, make little adjustments. Few cycles of breath in your balance posture. Maybe the hands float to the heart, wherever you want to be. That's the thing about our balance. We have to build it. Over time, as we age and habitual habits, we lose it. So we build balance. Always work on it. It ebbs and flows. Every day it's changing. 2 full cycles. Ground down. One more. Inhale, breathe in, fill up. And exhale. Inhale, half stick pose. Fingertips rise up. Left thigh parallel to the sky. Flex the foot. Hold here. Option. You could stay here or start to bring your hands parallel to the mat. Take a twist. Left hand sweeps back. Twist over the floating thigh. Inhale, come back through center. Fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, big toes together, hands through the heart. Ground out. Rock and roll on the feet. Stretch it out a little bit. We'll take that on the other side. Balance posture. So when you balance, you really want to think about pressing down, rooting down right below the big toe. So all four corners. Shift the weight to the left side. Start with a good foundation from the foot all the way up. And then from here, lift up through the heel, maybe externally rotation through the hips, and you kickstand. Maybe that's here today. Or maybe you're here. Or all the way up, wherever you want to be. Take a few moments. Maybe your hands float up, maybe not. If you want to come into that crescent variation, take the bind. Interlace your fingers. Release the pointer finger. Grow tall, and then on your exhale, hinge towards your knee. Lengthen out through the side body. It's that dance of duality between effort and surrender, between action and stillness. 2 full cycles. Find that drishti, that focal point, something that's not moving, and then soften your gaze. 1 more breath, inhale. Wherever you are, come into your half stick pose. Float the right thigh parallel to the sky. Hands come parallel. And then take your twist over your right thigh. Draw the right hand back, palms face away from the body, squeeze through the core. Breathe, flex the foot. Inhale takes you back through center, fingertips float up. Exhale, hands to the heart, big toes together. Tadasana mountain pose, palms face forward. Inhale, fingertips rise up, gaze up, reach up. Exhale, hinging at the hips, leading with the heart, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, long spine. Exhale, full plant the hand, step. Maybe you hop back high, plank, chaturanga. Baby cobra upward. Exhale takes you home, downward dog. All right, yogis. We are going to build on this flow one last time. Sending the right toes high to the sky. Knee to nose 1 time. Taking the familiar with the new. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, sweep it through center. Runner's lunge. Drop the right foot. Inhale into your low lunge. Fingers up towards the sky. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, grounded airplane. Power up the back knee. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, airplane. Back knee 1 time tap. Lift. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, frame the foot, set up warrior 2. Pivot the back foot. Windmill, send the gaze up before you float the hands overhead. Rise up, reach up, grow tall 1 time. Exhale, press, surrender, melt into warrior 2. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. From here, windmill the hands, twisted runner's lunge, left hand down, right hand up. Keep twisting, horizon pose. Right hand reaches towards the back. Flex through both feet. All right, yogis, big transition, side plank. Stack the feet, stack the shoulders. From here, wild thing pose. Right foot taps down behind left thigh. Press the hips up and reach. Stretch, push the earth away. Stay for an inhale. Stay for an exhale. From here, rotate, both hands land, 3-legged down dog. Take it right into our fallen star. Right leg crosses over the midline and lands on the pinky toe edge. So we're in this plank variation with a cross over the midline. You could stay here or rotate. Ground down through the right hand, pivot, left fingers up. Full breath. Fallen star, big inhale. Maybe you hover the right foot and exhale. Inhale takes you back. 3-legged dog will set up pigeon pose. Right toes high to the sky. Exhale, sweep the right leg through pigeon pose. Drop the back knee. Untuck the back toes. And then check in. Make sure that your back foot is in line with your ankle. You don't want it to be sickle. Maybe you walk your hands up towards your hips. Or maybe you bend the back knee, take a little pressure off of the hip crease. Wherever you want to land, take a moment. Maybe you surrender. Walk the hands forward. Good option for a block to rest the crown. Take a few cycles of breaths. Three cycles of breath. Breathing in to those hip centers. Coming back to that quality breath, that intentional breath. One more. Begin to lift up the gaze. Root down the hands. Take a moment in your pigeon pose, your elevated pigeon. Maybe you lift up the gaze towards the sky. Take a stretch. And then ground down through the hand. Tuck the back toe. Press through the palms. Push the earth away. Pick up the back left knee. And then from here, shoot it back into a three-legged down dog. Right toes high to the sky. If you want to flow, I won't stop you. Chaturanga, baby cobra, or upward. Exhale takes you back, downward dog. Big toes together, back in the mat. All right, yogis. Left toes high to the sky. Exhale, left knee to nose, round it in, push the earth away. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, sweep it through center, runner's lunge. Drop the back knee. Inhale, fingertips towards the sky. Exhale, side lunge, left hand down. Stretch. Inhale, center. Exhale, airplane, high on that back toe. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, airplane. Back knee, one time tap. Inhale, lift. High lunge. Frame the foot. Pivot the back foot. Inhale to prepare. Warrior two. Come up. Take a moment to set it up. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Square to the long edge of the mat. So you gaze over your middle finger. Get low. Active arms. Check in. Are they trailing in the same line from one fingertip to the other? From the top of the crown to the tail. One long line of energy. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Gaze up. Exhale, press warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior two. One more time. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Grow tall. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Windmill the hands. Twisted runner's lunge, pivot the back toe. Right hand down, left hand up. Stay for an inhale. Stay for an exhale. Ground down through the right hand, twisted dragon horizon pose. Pivot on the outer edges of both feet. Stack both feet, side plank. Push the earth away. From here, wild thing. Left foot taps down. Reach up towards the sky. Push the earth away. Stay for an inhale. Stay for an exhale. Inhale takes you back into three-legged down dog. From here, cross the left leg over the midline. Land on the left pinky toe edge. Maybe you stay right here, both hands rooted. Or pivot the back foot. Ground down through the left hand. Fallen star. Full cycle of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale takes you back into three-legged dog. We'll set up pigeon pose. Left leg sweeps through. Drop the left leg. Drop the right knee. Untuck the toe. Take a moment to set it up. Again, option, sleeping swan. A little bit more relaxed, less pressure on the hip to get bent to that back. Otherwise, toe and kneecap down. Inhale, breathe in. And exhale, surrender. Come down to the earth. Maybe a block, maybe not. Just take a few cycles of breath. Reconnect. Ground down. And if the mind begins to wander, as it does, the monkey mind, from story to story, branch to branch, thought to thought, it really helps to focus on anything that's happening in the present moment, our senses, our breath, a sensation in the body, to help ground you in the present moment, bring you back. When we start to live life in the present moment, time opens up. And it's not about letting go of all the thoughts altogether. We need our thoughts for critical thinking. It's about slowing them down, creating space between each thought. Over time, that space between the thoughts grows bigger and bigger and bigger. One more full cycle of breath. Inhale and exhale. Begin to lift up the gaze. Walk your hands back. Just take a moment in your posture, in your asana. Full breath. Maybe the gaze goes up as you feel like compression through the low back, the lumbar spine. Come back through center. Root down through the hands. Tuck the back toe. Power up the back knee. And then shift the weight onto the palms as you send that left leg high to the sky. Option, if you want to flow, feel free to flow. Chaturanga. Baby cobra upward. Exhale takes you back, downward dog. Big toes together. Full breath. Big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, pull yourself forward, drop the knees. Come back into your tabletop pose. And then from here, kickstand the left foot. Root down through the left hand. Open up, externally rotate, turn the toe and kneecap towards the long edge of the mat as you reach your right hand overhead and stretch. Option, maybe you stay here in gate pose. Or maybe you float up the right foot, flex the foot. Inhale. And exhale. One long line. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Ground down, square off, come back into your tabletop pose. We'll take that on the other side. Kickstand the left foot, 45 degrees, open up, extend, toe and kneecap face the long edge. Take a full stretch and breathe. Strong core. Maybe you start to hover the extended leg. One long line, flex through the foot. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, square off. Tuck the toes, push the earth away. Come into a floating tabletop and just hold. Core strength. Stack the joints, gaze to the top of the mat. Protract the shoulders. So let the shoulders come to the sides of the body and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees. Take it into a child's pose. Maybe the knees come wide, the big toes together. As you melt the sit bones towards the heels, maybe you walk your hands forward. Drop the crown. Fully surrender to the earth. If you want to take a side bend, start to walk your hands to the right side off of the mat. Maybe left hand stacks on top of right. One more breath, big inhale. And exhale. Walk your way back through center. Take a moment to realign. And then take that on the other side. Walk your hands off the mat, left side, maybe right palm stalks on top of left, maybe not. One more full breath. Feel that breath fill up the back body. Feel the expansion in the upper back. And exhale. Inhale takes you back through center. Realign, round down. It's grounding asana. Maybe massage third eye, left to right, right to left. On your inhale, begin to lift up the gaze. Walk the hands to meet the body. And then from here, we're going to make our way into our boat pose. So just shifting our weight to one side, swinging our legs around. A lot of options when it comes to our boat pose. And if you're like me and you tend to feel core activation in the hip flexors when you're trying to target the core, keep your feet grounded and flex the feet. That will reduce your hip flexors when you're trying to target. So option to stay here. Option, maybe you float your shins parallel to the sky. Wherever you want to be, breathe. Maybe your hands are in line parallel to the earth, or maybe you float those biceps next to ears. Yogi's choice as always. Strong core, long spine. From here, hands come to the heart. Take an inhale, grow tall, and then on your exhale, take a twist. Draw that right elbow back. Gaze follows. Inhale, center, left side. One time twist. Inhale, center. Hold. Full cycle of breath. Breathe. Again, you could be here. Full exhale. Wherever you are, we're going to lower down into our final resting pose, our final shape. So maybe assisted, maybe not. Start to scoop up the belly, lower all the way down. For 3, for 2, for 1. Take up space. Legs come wider than the hips. Maybe a hand to the heart. Maybe one to the belly. Or maybe your arms are down by your sides. Palms up for grounding. Palms down. Maybe one palm up and one down. A few cycles of breath to just settle. Come back to your regular rate of breath. No need to control it. And start to cultivate some feelings of gratitude. It's gratitude for yourself, your mobility, your practice. Begin to fill up that gratitude piggy bank one by one. The more we shift our mindset to focusing on all the blessings we already have, we start to worry less about what we don't have. We live a life rich in abundance, rooted in meaning. We experience santosha, contentment. Take 3 of your biggest inhales, and this time see if you can make your exhales even longer than the inhale. And then float the right hand overhead. Roll into your side. Take a moment on your side. Take a full breath. You have lots of time. And then press yourself up. Make your way into a seated position. You could cross the legs, find an easy seated position. Hands could come to your heart. Maybe thumbs connect to the body as you feel that heat and that warmth, your heart beating. I want to thank all of you for joining, sharing your time. As always, such an honor to share my practice with you. From my heart to yours, namaste.